What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today on the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a little title called Arrival Zero Earth. I've had my eye on this one because, this is actually kind of like a different standard of game that I normally follow, but this is one of those games that really targets simplicity, and it tries to make simplicity fun. Much in the same way that, Risk of Rain did, or, Oklos did. This is one of those games where there's not a ton of mechanics to it, but for some reason, just the spectacle and watching what happens is kind of fun. And so anyways, Arrival Zero Earth is a game that's set in 1995 Finland. You are organizing a resistance effort against War of the Worlds style aliens that have invaded. The goal is to scout out every single sector of the map, and then you teleport to the next map, and you do the exact same thing. And along the way, you're going to accumulate relics. Along the way, you're going to get more guys for your army. They're all going to have different loadouts, and, you don't have, equipment or anything else like that, but they do level up, and they do get stronger, and they do die individually as a squad. And so anyways, kind of a cool little game. A little bit of Pikmin, I guess, inspired in there as well. But that's the game that I would compare it to as Oklos. If you never played Oklos before, it's a game where you had to create, a giant riot in Greece to take the land back from the gods, and you just find random peasants that have different skills and stuff, and it turns into a giant rolling riot all the way across Bronze Age Greece. Let's go ahead and start a new run. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I have a link for you down below like I always do. You can also find a link to my Twitch stream, my Twitter, and my Discord. My Twitch stream is dope because I usually play games on there that I've played on the channel, usually on the day that they go upload. Just in case I felt like I didn't get enough feeling from the game in the first 30 minutes. My Discord is rad because you can contact me directly at any time. And then my Twitter's kind of I have to have a Twitter in order to be a YouTuber. One of those things that's expected. But meh, Twitter. You know what I mean? Meh, Twitter. That's how I feel about that. The Mansion, Finland, in winter of 1995. So these are our little soldiers right here. They are all riflemen, and they are listed at the bottom of the screen. This is the amount of units we can have. So your army will eventually take up most of this circle, and it will slowly lumber around the map, annihilating everything. The environments are somewhat destructible, so trees get blown up, stuff like that as you're fighting. And really, what you want to do is you got to visit buildings, and different buildings do different stuff. So in this S market right here, we can get ourselves a perk, which is effectively like a relic that's going to last for the rest of the game. We can deploy turrets while we walk, we can get extra XP from every monster we kill, or we can get our projectiles sped up. I'm going to go with the turrets for the extra firepower since we have kind of a small army right now. There's our first aliens. They fire on their own. I don't have to do anything right here. You just put the enemy inside the ring and they will fire at it, and then we pick up all the delicious XPs that make us better at our job. Inside the pub, we can get new units. I can't pronounce any of these, so I'm not even going to try, all right? But we've got some bowmen that shoot fiery arrows. We've got some more riflemen, or we have psychic wizards. You kind of have to take the psychic wizards, man. You can't put psychic wizards next to everybody else and expect anybody else to have, a chance in hell of joining the group. However, there is kind of a strategy to assembling your army because different units target different units. And so, riflemen and, psychics, they will go for small enemies first. Bazookas, bowmen, snipers, they go for big enemies first. And so you do kind of want to have, an army comp in mind that's kind of covering its bases and, can attack all the different types of enemies. We get another unit over here. I'm going to say we've got bazookas over here. Let's get some bazookas. Yeah, man, we need bazookas. Everybody loves bazookas. And then there's a treasure chest right there that gave us a projectile speed up. Very cool. Let's continue cruising on around. The game controls very simply with WASD. You just gotta cruise them around with your left hand and then they do stuff. That's pretty much it. But I sort of like games like this where it's not really about the core mechanics at play. It's more about just the spectacle of how much chaos can I construct. And I find that to be an attractive prospect. I'm a big fan of horde shooters and games with endless enemies where you just, bust rounds into just the mound of enemies for hours. My favorite, I play Warframe, right? And my favorite map type in Warframe is survival. I play loads and loads and loads of survival maps. And I think this game captures that. Oh, cool, we got another turret upgrade. That means we can deploy 3 turrets now. 4 turrets! How many more turrets can I get? Okay, so we can have 4 turrets as of right now. Yeah, okay, we can have 4 turrets. When we fully scout a level, we go through the teleport, and it just takes us to the next level, and we rinse and repeat, and we do this for as long as possible because that's what the Finnish do. All right? They set up resistance movements that fight against overwhelming odds and just exhaust the enemy in the snow. We've got missiles now, so all of our units will randomly fire missiles. Fantastic. Who doesn't love missiles? We've got faster unit walk speed right there. Okay. Oh, yeah, there goes the missiles right there. I thought they were talking about, like, rocket launcher missiles. They're talking about, like, actual ICBMs. Those are big missiles right there, dude. Those are like V2s. I do think it was a really good idea to make the XP physical and make you walk over it so that you get kind of that satisfying ticky, 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 ticky noise. Like, I always, whenever I talk about, like, game design and what I really, really like in a game, in my opinion, XP and money, they should always go ticky, 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 and make a noise as they iterate upwards by 1 unit at a time. It's just more satisfying that way. I don't know why it's more satisfying that way, but it's one of those little details that I feel like a lot of developers miss out on. They don't put it in, and it's an easy way to score points where the player's like, I don't even know why I'm enjoying this, but for some reason I'm enjoying this. Ooh. These guys use this is an old Finnish power right here. So people from Finland, you guys are going to have to figure out who the snitch is in the Finnish community. But most people abroad don't know this, but all Finnish people have the ability to summon meteors from space with their minds. They just don't do it very often because they don't want to give the secret away. Now, this is a extraterrestrial invasion that is threatening the death of the entire planet. So obviously they're going to lean pretty heavily upon that skill set. But, like, you know, Finnish people, somebody's snitching on you right now. You got to figure out who the rat is, man. They're giving away your secrets. But obviously I'm going to take the guy that summons meteors from space with his mind. That's just a cool ability. Like, that's just rad no matter who you ask. We can get a guy that leaves mines on the ground. Since the game is so mobile, I don't really feel like it. I think I'm going to get, so we've got heavy units, and then the psychic guys, I think they target little units. And so I think I'm going to go with another group of riflemen just to flesh out our army a little bit and make sure that we, you know, I see DACA, I click DACA. I can't help it. We got some more aliens over here that want the smoke. Nobody's died yet. Oh my god, there's things falling from the sky. We drop meteors from space whenever we level up, I think. Actually, maybe we don't. We don't have that perk right now. But there's 10 levels. We do have special abilities as a boost ring that raises your damage as long as you're inside the area. It does have a dome that's going to protect you from damage. And you do have like this little speedy dash right here that you can proc off to if you want to. I see many, many enemies, but they are falling before us. The superior might of Finnish firepower. Alright, let's grab all this XP, get a few level ups. There we go. And I think we're almost done with this area. Yeah, there's our teleporter. But I'm going to go to the market first. I'm going to increase our walk speed. That seems like a really good thing to have. I do like that it collates all the data and all the buffs and stuff you have for you on this side. That's really, really nice. Other than that, though, I do think the game could use some more interactive mechanics that the player is in control of rather than enemies just firing randomly. Obviously, this is just like a tech demo. This is effectively like a proof of concept that they're playing around with. And so, like, I think the concept actually works pretty well. It scratches that itch on the same level for me that, like, Risk of Rain does when it comes to just, like, massive hordes of enemies being annihilated all at once. Enemies came in right there. I do think it would be cool if the enemies entered the frame in sort of like a thematic way. So, like, the big walkers, like, maybe they would be a rock, and as you walk up, they're like, whoa, and they stand up. And they kind of like stretch their legs a little bit and then come to war with you. Like if the little sphere guys would fall in from space, almost like an airdrop. I think that would lend some, fire rate up. I feel like that would lend some intensity to the game. Lots of little opportunities I see with this title because I think the core idea is really, really good. So we'll go ahead and wipe all these guys out real fast. There we go. Enemies are down. Get our XPs to level up our fins. And then we've got a guy that can summon kinetic he's using kinetic rods from space at relativistic speeds to annihilate enemies. Yeah, dude. I gotta get the telephone pole summoner. That's just too rad to walk away from. I definitely need one of those in my army. More enemies over here. Kind of gun them down real fast. Yeah, take that, spheres. We will find the spheres and we will kick them straight in the cubes. We got another building over here. S-Market. Oh, they can shoot while moving. Yeah, that's amazing. I would absolutely like to have that. For sure. That allows me to actually avoid things and, like, get out of the way of attacks and stuff. That's actually pretty swell. We will fight them on the mountain. We will fight them in the fir trees. We will fight them by the turret. We will fight them by the small stickery shrub. The treasure chest over here. What did that give us? Shockwave. So when we kill an enemy, they emit a damaging shockwave. To me or to, like, their allies? I assume to their allies, not to me. That would be my best guess that I would hazard off. Alright, so what do we have around here? Another pub. Oh, we can get a sniper. Sure, let's get a sniper. It's just one guy. But, you know, I would like it, too, if the units actually looked a little bit different based on what their class was. So, like, bazooka guys actually had, like, a little bazooka on their shoulder, and they had kind of a different color pattern. The little telephone pole guys. One game I would suggest looking at for kind of inspiration is Despot's game. I think Despot's game. Oh, we lost a guy. Who died? Oh, we lost one of our riflemen. Oh, dude. F's up for the Finnish homie, dude. He gave his life. All right, a few more enemies down. You can see our super awesome telephone poles right there that was summoned down. But as I was saying, Despot's game is a game that did a fantastic job taking a low pixel art style game, like with very, very minimal pixels in each character, and still managing to get each of those characters to look like exactly what their class is, and animating them to look like exact. Oh, more turrets. Yeah, we can have 5 turrets now. Hell yeah. Let's get some bowmen, dude. I feel bad. We haven't taken anybody with a bow so far. People with bows can be helpful to the war effort, for sure. I'm going to put down a dome real fast, because it seems like this fight is going to get kind of intense. I believe that we were victorious, and also we have received many level ups. Let's see here. We can increase our chance of shooting missiles. I'm going to make our ability to shoot while moving a little bit better. So now we have a 50% chance to shoot while moving instead of a 40% chance. Because I don't know if the enemy's going to be dropping like death rings or anything like that we got to worry about as the game goes along. Oh, man. Okay, well, those aliens came to the wrong planet. Or at least they landed in the wrong country. You know, you gotta land somewhere that is not Finland. There's one thing I know about the Finns, historically, it's that they're really, really good at, like, resistance movements. That's, like, one of those things that the Finns seem to, like, historically, they seem to excel at it. So, like, don't ever put Finland in a situation where they need to be a resistance. They tend to win. We can go with some more psychics. We can get some more meteors. Yeah, let's get some more meteors, dude. Meteors are rad. I would like my meteors to be more meteor. Put down a shield. This is probably going to be a longer engagement, and I don't want to lose any of my units. There we go. Drop a couple turrets, too. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. All right, inside the pub, we can get more riflemen. We can get more Zookas. We could probably use some more Zookas. Yeah, dude, let's get some more Zookas. I feel like we've got enough firepower to kill the little guys, no problem. And so it's the bigger guys now that I want to die faster. Let's keep scouting around and getting some of this fog cleared. Don't let them get close. Don't fire until you see the whites of their spears. I would like to know how the level ups are actively affecting the units that are receiving them. It might slow down the gameplay a little bit too, but I sort of like the idea of as your units level, you get to like morph them into other units, basically. So like riflemen become like elite riflemen once they hit like a certain level, and their graphic would change, and like their bullet color might change or whatever. Like little things like that that the player's in control of. So like with the riflemen, for example, like I think it'd be cool if when each class hit like level 5, you get to pick between 3 specializations on each of them. And so like riflemen would have the choice of becoming like commandos. They would have a choice of becoming heavy machine gunners, or they would have a choice of becoming like grenadiers. You know what I mean? And each of those would kind of like change their specialization around a little bit. And like if you do that for each class, you could just start the psychics out as magicians, and then psychic would be one of the things they could specialize into, and then like pyromancer, and then like thunder god, you know, like shooting lightning all over the place. Like I feel like there's a lot of really, like what I like about this game is that I can see the potential. There's stuff that you can do with this idea. It's kind of infinitely expandable in many, many directions. And some games, they are very rigid in their design of what they want to do, whereas this is like early enough on, but the core gameplay precepts are like solid enough and feel good, and the sound design is good, that, like, you could kind of expand this game in any direction, and, you know, like, more additions I think would be really, really nice. We've got lightning now. Okay, so we can shoot lightning from our booty holes when we're firing our guns at the enemy. And then I don't know what we got out of there. Oh, we leveled up our shockwave. Okay. I don't know what happens when you get to the 10th level. Like, is there going to be a boss like Oklo style? Or like Tonight We Riot style? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Aliens, are you over here? I think I could probably use another rifleman unit. Yeah, let's make this army a little bit bigger. More riflemen. Yep, we gotta unleash the Daka on our enemies. Put down the shield. Oh, I wasted my shield. That wasn't very many enemies. I thought there was gonna be more of them. Yeah, put down a damage ring. Why aren't you guys shooting? There's the giant alien over there. You guys gotta shoot it. They weren't shooting. They were just sitting there being like, yep, that's an alien. Oh my God in heaven. If we don't lose somebody right here, it will be a miracle. Yeah, give me those level ups. Give them to me. There's something stimulating about this game with like all the lights and all the sounds. It's almost tapped into sort of like, you ever played a pinball machine? It's sort of tapped into the same thing that playing a pinball machine is satisfying for. Like all the clicks, all the noises, all the little da-da-da-da-da, like every couple seconds, like all the sound effects and all the lights. Like for some reason, it's just sort of captivating to look at. I don't know. That's what I mean. Like there's not a whole lot of actual like mechanical stuff here. But for some reason, you just really, really enjoy playing. And at the end of the day, that should be the question that all video games are seeking out to answer. Like, is this fun? I'm going to go with lightning because shooting lightning is freaking awesome. And it looks like we only didn't scout out that little area right there. So now we got our teleporter. It's possible that 10 levels is all that's going to be available inside kind of this demo, basically, of what they're playing around with. Ooh, airstrikes. Nice, so whenever we level up, we summon an airstrike now. That'll be good. The enemies are getting tougher. Like, they are getting considerably more HP as the time goes along. Oh, that's a bomb, dude. We don't want to stand next to that. Okay. Kind of having a hard time telling if we're winning or not. Alright. I gotta get this fog of war over here. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Ah, so we got a higher probability of getting the treasures. Yeah, give him a little... Oh, we lost a guy. No! For Finland! I don't know what happens when we get all of our guys, like, when we fill up those coffins, I assume we lose, maybe? Let's go ahead and upgrade our shockwave a little bit further. I think we deserve that, to have our shockwave be a little bit more shocking. Put up a shield. We can't afford to lose any more guys in this fight. And boy, they're putting up a stiff resistance now. Okay, we walk a little faster. I'm going to need some more units. Let's hire up another psychic squad. That sounds good. Another psychic squad sounds like a win. Oh, no. I think they have a chance to resist dying, too. Because every now and again, I see it say lucky over somebody's head. And so I assume that means they, like, maybe dodged or something like that, but it would have killed them if they hadn't made the dice roll. What's up with the tinnitus effect? Oh, it's because we're running out of lives. I can't lose any more soldiers. Gotcha. Give me another bazooka. I feel like we're struggling against, like, the heavier enemies. There we go. Our tinnitus is gone. We can finally hear out of our ear holes again. The crunch of the snow. The bristling of the branches. Give me more... Yeah, give me more archers, I guess. We'll see how our army comp does as we get towards the end of this thing. Woo! Yeah, we gave them the smokage right there. Draw them back into the turrets if you can. Oh, they threw a bomb into the middle of us or something, I think. Yeah, they're throwing bombs out all over the place. Okay, so we'll definitely have to watch out for those. That's the kind of mechanical stuff that I was talking about, is something that forces the player to kind of take control of the situation, basically, and ensure that units don't die. I feel like we're holding the line okay. We're not doing, like, amazing, but it does seem like we're winning at the end of it all. Give me, let's see here, meteoroid guys. Give me another squad of riflemen, and then I think I'll be my last squad of riflemen, and from here we'll focus on heavy units. All right, we can move while shooting at 60% now, which I think is great. That means we can kite them backwards through fields of turrets that will deal damage for us. It does lower our DPS, but it does seem like we're taking less attrition if we stay moving. Oh, never mind. I take it back. Okay, faster fire rate is good. Get out of the bomb radius. I just don't want to get bombed, bud. All right, so we've got fire rate up to 90% now. And where is this last little patch? Oh, it's up here. We have a mini-map. Yeah. Pay attention to the mechanics, Splattercat. You're bad at video games. All right, put down a shield, and we'll just coast our way through this last fight by nature of the fact that we have, like, an impenetrable Gungan shield here. All right, on to the next level. I just want to see what happens at level 10 at this point. That's all I want to know is what happens on level 10. All right, we can now have 6 turrets. That's nice. 7 turrets even. How many turrets? All the turrets. That's what I say. I can't even see what's happening anymore. There's so many bullets and there's so many things exploding that it's kind of hard to keep track of what may actually be transpiring inside of this little adventure in Finland. Put down the shield. That's more enemies than I was expecting. Anything else around here? Like, I virtually guarantee we're gonna have to take another fight before this is all over. Oh boy. I feel like the aliens are now beginning to understand that we're winning. Obviously, I need more telephone pole meteorites. That sounds cool. Higher chance to shoot while moving sounds great. So now we have a 70% chance to shoot while moving. That's good because I like being a mobile. Because dropping turrets relies on me being moving, so being able to basically populate an entire area with like a wall of turrets while I'm sitting here waiting for them to clear out mobs, I think is actually increasing our kill rate by a considerable amount. Okay, so all the enemies are dead. Let's pick up a sniper for just one more person that can deal a lot of damage to heavy units, and let's see if there's a boss here. Is there a boss? The boss fight. Well, I'm going to assume that yes, there is indeed a boss. Are there buildings around here that I can loot before I fight that boss? Or is it basically just an arena for us and him to square off? Looks like it's just an arena for us to square off. Well, then let's do it. What the hell is that thing? Put down a shield, put down a damage ring. I'm going to jiggle a little bit to get my turrets down. Oh, God. If I hide in the forest, do I get, like, a better chance to not get blown the hell up? I was going to say, there's XP over here. Oh, he's summoning ads now. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, we got this. For Finland, remember the mother country. Blood on snow. I believe we were victorious. I believe that we have won. We get a nice. So there you go. That's my reward for, oh. Do we start over? Oh, there's more levels. Maybe it just plays endlessly after you get to the boss, just for the purposes of the demo. Either way, I think the core gameplay mechanics are solid, and they show kind of an accessibility to modularity that makes the game expandable in like a number of different directions. My observation is that like there needs to be a little bit more measure of control on the part of the player just to keep them interfacing with the game. But I do think on the spectacle and on the design front, this game could be pushed in several different directions pretty effectively, in fact. And there's a lot of room for this game to grow with like the basic stuff that they've got set up already. So yeah, this is Arrival Zero Earth. I like the first demo. Even in its primitive state, you can see what they're going for. It knows what it wants to be and is targeting that. A little bit more interactive for the player, I think, would be a good idea. And then a little bit more customizability to your army would be a good idea. A little bit more enemy variety as well, I think, couldn't hurt. And so anyways, other than that, though, like, I'm having a good time right now. Like, this is one of those games that is just good, mindless fun. Much in the same way that, like, Risk of Rain is good, mindless fun. Much in the same way that, like, a lot of games like that are just good, mindless fun. Oh, and apparently you can get units even when you've actually filled up all your slots. Sweet, dude. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. This is Arrival Zero Earth. Tomorrow I'll have something else for you. Have a great day, and I'll be back.